Hello everybody and welcome back to Evoland 2. Last time, after coming to the future with these nice 3D graphics, we found out that the bridge is still blocked. So we went into the haunted woods and found Jatai again, who told us that while he couldn't move the boulder, Menos should be able to, as long as we can awaken his power. And he gave us some of his mana in order to do so. This time, we'll be figuring out what it means to awaken mana. And this was the only place we hadn't gone, so this must be the place. Ah, what a fine young man you are. Folks call me Granny BB, but I've got the heart of a young woman. Besides, I'm not really that old. So anyways, feel free to invite me out some evening. We could go out for potions, maybe more if you feel a spark. Hey, speaking of potions, what can I do for you, darling? Well, so, you remember all those, green blobs and red blobs that we got? I hope you brought me the good stuff, my sweet gummy bear. Yeah. She can turn this goop into potions. Here's a green potion. It restores half of your HP. Think of me when your pretty lips touch the bottle. Oh my god, BB, you are creepy as balls. What can I do for you, darling? Luckily, it doesn't cost any money, it just costs the goop, so... And here's the red goop, which turns into a red potion, which restores all of our HP. Quite useful. I've never actually used one, but I can imagine that they would be. And now let's do the last thing, which is wake an ally. Do you know what you're asking me, my little peach cobbler? First, I can only proceed with awakening if you bring me enough mana. Mana's that life energy, extremely rare stuff. Even then, if the woken individual isn't ready to accept awakening, they'll die. So here's some mana. Wonderful! You got some mana. Let's start off with this beefy one. He'll make an ideal test subject. Upgrading powers. Menos' power has reached level 2. You can focus longer to unleash a more powerful attack. What can I do for you, darling? Nothing, I'm good. See you soon, my rubber ducky. You may be wondering why I'm not turning the other goop into potion. You can only have one potion of each type at a time, so... kind of annoying, but what can you do? It's just so that you can't spam it. Anyway, now that Menos has been upgraded, he can do... the level 2 attack, which I will show you on this boulder. Bam! Now it's gone. Unfortunately, they don't notice until, yeah, they don't notice until you leave and come back. So, not much you can do with that. And, oh hey, now we've got enough damage to kill these guys in one hit, basically. Or split them in one hit, at any rate. Yeah, I don't really know what's up with the perspective there. Sometimes it looks like it'll hit you, but it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't look like it'll hit you, but it does. It's annoying. Anyway, let's kill the other mushroom. All the mushrooms are dead now. Genocide! Yay! No. Anyway. So now that we've managed to cross this bridge again, thankfully, without even a cutscene, funnily enough. But if you go over here, you can find another mushroom and some grass, and that's about it. There's really no point in coming over here. So, yep. Just another dead end. But now, we can cross the bridge and find out that... Oni, look! Look at that! Yeah, we can find out that this entire part of the world has been destroyed by something. What happened here? Where's my village? My parents? My friends? Everything's gone! I had my suspicions, but now I'm sure of it. This isn't our time period. We have to find out what happened. Let's try Genova. Someone there should be able to tell us. Well, as you might expect, we can now go to Genova and find out a little bit about what happened. Things are kind of murky here in Genova. You are now entering the great trade capital, Genova. Be sure not to make any trouble and we'll ensure your safety. Traders and disciples, traders and disciples. All day long, all I see are traders and disciples. It's crazy. Has everyone really become a trader or a disciple? Well, we don't really know what either of those things means at the moment. What do you have to say, running around person? Nothing? You have literally nothing? Oh no, there you go. Let me through. I'm training. I'll need to build up strength if I want to climb Mount Alpha. That's the only way to become a disciple. You just got to Genova, right? Yeah, I'm kind of in your face, which is a bit awkward. It's obvious from your tan, you spent too much time outdoors. In Genova, my delicate skin is protected from the sun's harmful rays by the vapors of the smug. Yeah, that's healthy. Oh, you're the same person, aren't you? Yep, never mind. I know. Well, as you can imagine, there's a bunch of random stuff here. This door is closed. You could have just not let me in, but alright. What do you have to say, person? I can't seem to find my key to the library, but I'm certain I left it here. I simply must find it to continue my study of the scientific explanation for the predominance of traders in an econo-religious system within a post-disaster society. Geez, and where is Mimi gone? Still hanging around with her friends, I suppose. Well, as long as she stays out of trouble and lets me work. Now, where's that blasted key? Oh, this person really wants to write a important economic treatise. Yeah, the kind of strange thing is that in the future, you get kind of a burst of speed at the beginning because it doesn't have to load all the 3D textures, I guess. You're in the market for a smug-fueled furnace? Step right up. Bars are the very best out there, guaranteed to have minimal smug emissions. And at an unbeatable price, too. Buy a smug furnace and you'll save on wood. It's very good for the forest, did you know that? If you purchase one right now, you'll pay 0.1% less tax. So what do you say? No. What are you, sales pitch proof? If everybody's like you, my business will go down the drain. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Do you really think the Great Destroyer caused the Great Disaster? What about this business with the 5 keys he needs to collect before destroying the world? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Haven't heard about any of that. When I was little, I'd always go hide in the sewers with my friends. That's kind of weird. It's full of rats and other disgusting stuff, but man, did we have a good time. Ever since the Great Disaster, I just don't enjoy life anymore. That's ominous. And kind of sad. Hello, lady. What do you have to say? Our family has been poor for generations, but at least before we could see the sun. Now everything uses smog. The smoke blocks out the sun, and everyone's getting sick. The traders are the only ones getting richer. What do we get out of it, huh? I worry about my daughter's future. Yeah, this is the problem with the Industrial Revolution. Mommy worries a lot. Are all adults like that? Yeah, probably. Unless you are extremely secure in your livelihood. Oh, no, wait, you're the person I talked to before. No need to talk to you. And what's in this house? Ahaha! Oh, how easy it is to cook with a smug-burning stove. Stove. I can't do without it anymore. What? You've heard smug fumes are toxic? Everyone has to die of something. Plus, considering how much it cost me, I have to make good use of it now. Yeah, that's unfortunate for you, buddy. What do you have to say, loving couple? Oh, my sweet, one day I'll take you far away from the smug fumes, all the way to Sylph Forest where time stands still. Our love will be eternal there. Aw, that's so romantic. But I'd rather go hiking on the frozen continent with only our love to warm our frostbitten bodies. Okay. I am your faithful knight. Your wish is my command. Oh, my love. Oh, my darling. How about I invite my mother to come along? How about we forget the whole thing? Yeah, that was kind of dumb on your part, buddy. Oh look, it's a place you can buy stuff. Hello there. We have lots of high-quality equipment for sale, all forged with the power of the smug. Take your pick. Yeah, you got a belt and boots, which both increase my defense a little bit, so I might as well get them. You don't want to tighten this one too much. Yeah. And some boots. No more smelly feet. Now they just smell like smug, which is pretty smelly already. Alright. That's all that. And as you can see, there's a chest back there, but we can't get to it from here, so we'll have to worry about that later. Meanwhile, what do you have to say, person? The disciple is trained at the Prophet's Pyramid west of here. It's got a big eye engraved on it. You can't miss it. Alright. Let's see what happened to the orphanage. Back in the Imperial days, this place was an orphanage for children whose parents died in the war. I know, I was there. Nowadays, it's a home for people who bankrupted by the traders and who have nothing left. I'd prefer taking care of the children. Adults only get what they deserve. It's their own fault if they're in debt, right? Makes you wonder why they do it. Didn't anyone tell them what might happen? I wouldn't go that far. Occasionally bad things just happen. Leave me alone. I just want to die alone. I really tried, you know. After working so hard, I'd almost managed to become a trader, and now I've lost everything. It's my fault. All my fault. Yeah. Why, oh why did I accept that contract? Every day I ask myself the same question over and over. My wife's never forgiven me. To think that I was taught to just say no to traders who want to sell me things I don't need. Yeah, that would have been a good idea, I suppose. Ooh, a group of guards. My plan's to work in the militia for a few years. After that, I'll save up and become a wealthy trader. It could happen. It's in our constitution, even. Well, very few have done it so far. Except for the sons of traders, of course. But that's only natural, right? Anyway, I'll be one of the first to make it big. I just need to pull myself up from my bootstraps. Yeah, that's... Oh, boy. Everyone's kind of silly. When I was young, I often came and played in the streets of Genova, but after the Great Disaster, the city became a terrible place, with the traders and the prophets seizing power, and the smug. It makes me cough, and many residents have fallen sick as well. Ever since, I've cut down on trips to Genova as much as possible. Yep, this is kind of the downside of the economic crisis, as we've said before. The old Imperial jail was abandoned since there wasn't any need for it. Oh, there's still plenty of criminals out there, mainly blasphemers, but they were too expensive to feed and house. Don't get me wrong, we're not savages, we're not going to execute them or anything. That would be way too expensive anyway. No, instead we send them into the smug. Nobody's ever come back, but at least we're giving them a shot. That seems a bit cruel. You don't look like you're from around here. Bit of advice, try not to blaspheme near disciples or certain members of the militia. Makes no difference to me, but some are a bit overzealous. How do you blaspheme? Oh, there's loads of different ways, and they just seem to get more uncompromising every day. Tell you what, better yet, don't say a thing. Anyway, you don't really look like the chatty type. I wonder whatever gave you that impression. Is it from the fact that I'm a silent protagonist, for the most part? Hello, children. Saku, let's double-check everything first. Mimi, did you get the key? I assume that's kind of Sakura from Street Fighter. Yep, Saku, I got it. Brilliant! How about you, Ribbon? Do you have the map? Yeah, boss. I've got the map. Awesome. I hereby declare Operation No Toys but Plenty of Books has begun. Sakura, I think we should come up with a better name for our operation. I think so too. How would we call it? Operation Super Mimi! No, Mimi, it's not just your operation, it's all of ours, and so might I suggest Operation Saku and her friends. Yeah, that's much better. No way! Why should there only be your name in our operation? Maybe because it was my idea in the first place? Well, I'm the one who stole my dad's key. If I get caught, I won't get dessert for at least 3 days. Which means I'm the one taking the biggest risk here. Stop arguing, you two. I just want to read the books that are hidden in the library. It's so boring without any toys. So why not call her Operation Books for Ribbon? No. Ooh, you guys are mean to me. I'm gonna cry. Ribbon. Come on now, don't throw a fit. Hey, how about we go back to our HQ to choose the name? Good idea, Mimi. Alright, everyone return to HQ. Hey, wait for me, you guys. Well, that was a strange distraction from everything. But yeah, it turns out that there's some children who want to get in the library, and they can't for some reason. Also, this lady here. Sure, the Great Disaster flattened a whole part of the continent, but that's also where we get smug from. As they say, all's well that ends well, right? Hehehe. Well, except for all the victims of the Great Disaster, of course. Then apparently they didn't suffer at all. Boom, gone in an instant. I mean, I don't know much about it, eh? I wasn't born yet, hehe. Yeah, so you get an achievement for talking to her because she's apparently the same as, Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite. Look, Oni, the Imperial Library. I'm not sure what it's like now, but in my day it was known for its many documents. I bet if we go in there, we'll find out plenty about this time period. We're also likely to have something on the location of the Magilliths. We'll have to find another one to get back home, seeing as this one that got us here was destroyed. But Magilliths are quite rare, and even if we were to find one, how would we activate it? Not to mention it could end up taking us to an entirely new era. Menos! Stop being so defeatist! What else can we do but try? Nothing we can do will change anything. My people, my son, all of them dead. Arg! Oni, I think Menos is going to need some time to adjust. Let's try finding information as fast as we can. Well, unfortunately the door's locked. But, as we heard from before, from that guy in the house down there, and from those kids talking, those girls probably have the key, so we just need to find their hideout. But before that, let's talk to this guy. You there, it's your lucky day. You just won this gem of a home. Claiming it is so simple, a child can do it. A child with 10,000 G, that is. My modest purchase fee. So what do you say? No, I don't have that much money. Listen, I like the cut of your jib, so I'm gonna go out of my way to offer you a reduced price. 5,000 G is my final offer. So what do you say? I don't have that much either. You drive a hard bargain. Okay, 500 G in cash up front. Sure. Aha, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm most delighted to to sell you this charming abode. Enjoy your new home. Got the key to your house. Might be a good idea to invest in a keychain, huh? Yeah, we probably should have done that earlier. But now we have this house. And it doesn't mean much now, but it does let us sleep. Which you might as well do. You feel well rested and raring to go. It doesn't really matter because you can't really get hurt in this place, so you'll never need to heal, but it's still cool. Anyway, that's probably enough for this episode. Next time, we will go see what all that business with the key to the library was about, and hopefully find out some information about Magiliths and what happens to cause this great disaster. See you guys then.